Broadcasting live backstage at SPAC. We just heard Caylee Hammack. That was Family Tree right there on Albany's #1 for new country. I'm Matty Jeff, and I'm backstage right now live at SPAC, and I'm actually joined by Caylee. We're so happy to see you again.
Oh man, I'm excited to be back.
I know, and we say again because for those who don't know, you paid a little visit to us. I think it was back in March.
Yes, a very intimate setting.
We went to Saratoga Winery. How cool is that place?
That was really cool. We had the back room of it, and we had probably 20 people or so.
It was great.
And it was really great. I got to tell all the stories behind the songs and drink wine. That's like the best of both worlds.
And you blew us all away, which is why you're back today, right? Did you ever think that you'd go to upstate New York and be checking out a winery, like up in the middle of the trees in Saratoga Springs?
Oh man, and it was snowing. It was all frozen over when we got here last time, and now it feels like a summer in South Georgia up here. Y'all get some heat. That's what I've noticed.
It's absolutely amazing. Now, speaking of heat, you know, everyone has an interesting story when they get to Nashville, and yours is extraordinary. Tell us a little bit about like what life was like for Caylee when you first arrived in Music City.
Yeah, I was 19 years old, and it was me and my little 10-pound dog. I was recently heartbroken, away from all my family and friends, and sleeping in my car in a Target parking lot for a few weeks. But I did what I had to do. I knew that the only experience I really had was performing for people. So I used a fake ID to get into a bar down on Broadway, which is just a line of honky-tonks in Nashville. And yeah, I snuck in, begged them for a job. I started singing, and for 2.5 years, I played 4-hour sets 3 to 4 times a week, and yeah, just lived off of tips for a bit.
And being in a Target parking lot, as far as places go to sleep in your car, it's not the worst, right?
No, I'm really hoping that Target hears this one day and is like, why don't we do a sponsorship or something?
You need an endorsement. But I was also reading, too, you lost a home in an electrical fire, too?
Yeah, that was 2 years after.
How did that happen? How did it start, do you know?
It was an electrical fire. It was an old house. It had burned before. And I didn't know that when I started renting.
Oh, I thought maybe it was like a power cord or something. It's old wiring, yeah.
No, it's old wiring. They said it started near the head of my bed, and I was out of town. I was on a writing retreat with Brothers Osborne, Eric Pasley, Tennille Towns, and that's the first time I actually met Tennille. We were bunking together, and she held me as I cried when I got the phone call saying my house had burned down. But got back, and man, it's really funny. It seemed like the biggest curse to me, but it was the biggest blessing because it was truly the first time in my entire life where I got a clean slate and I could start all over.
And now I bet whenever you move into a place, your home inspector, you'll be like, please peruse the electrical as much as possible. Extra close, right?
Oh yeah, so my dad, he wired our entire house. My dad he's one of those jack of all trades. He hand built our house actually. And anyways, I brought him in and I was like, please just go through all the wires, go through every single thing in my new house, because I was like, I just need to know this isn't going to happen again.
You mentioned your dad's a craftsman. Do you think that plays into you crafting songs? Is that like, is there a parallel there?
Oh, most definitely. My dad is one of those people, he can look at something and go, I think I'm going to build it this way, and then just build it by hand and it's perfect. I've never understood that, but I can tell that a lot of the way that he looks at problems and the way that he solves it, it's really relative to songwriters. I mean, every song is like a small book that you're having to write within 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Mm-hmm. You have to explain the song, you have to get people wrapped into it in the chorus, you got to have a climax, which is normally the money note or whatever part of the song that the turnaround's coming at. It's crafting, and I feel like my dad, I owe a lot of that to him, because when he was in the 70s, actually, my dad used to play music. He was in a rock and roll band. And I actually have his SG Custom now, his Gibson guitar, that he scratched his name into the pick guard on it.
Do you bring it out with you on the road, or is it more at home, a special guitar at home?
It's at home right now because we're meeting with Gibson next week to get it worked on and looked at.
Hopefully another endorsement.
Yeah, hopefully so.
Quickly want to talk about your debut single. I'm on the air with Caylee Hammack, who's performing at Countryfest this afternoon. Tickets still available, by the way, here at the box office at SPAC. You know, Family Tree really sounds like a true story. And did you really smoke all the camels? Are they all gone?
My sister did. My sister smoked all the camels in the county. The whole story came from my sister started sneaking out at my mom and pop's place. She's 8 years older than me and had just moved back home. Mm-hmm. And she was sneaking out with a gardening glove. And that was it, just one gardening glove. And no weeds are getting pulled in our yard whatsoever. And so I just followed her. And turned out she was out behind the shed. She had ran an extension cord and a $10 fan from Walmart. She had the gardening glove on her hand, smoking the cigarette, blowing the smoke into the fan, so the fan blew it into the neighbor's yard. And
It's quite a lot to go through just to
yeah. Well, the thing is, my dad does not like cigarettes. It's the one thing he frowns upon. So Molly was like, well, I'm going to hide it. So I found out about her secret, but she knows some about me. You know, sisters know each other's secrets. So I was like, I'm not going to rat you out, you know.
When's the secret song about Caylee coming out ever?
Oh, I don't know. If my sister starts writing songs, I'm in big danger. No, but so we went up to the gas station next day, and when she asked for some Camel Crushes, the guy said, I'm sorry, we're sold out. And I automatically just snarkily, you know, rebutted just, man, Molly, you must have smoked all the camels in the county last week. And that's where the song started.
I'm glad to hear you didn't help her out, because it's not good for your voice.
No.
Caylee, thank you so much for joining us today. We're so excited to see you here on this backstage at Countryfest 2019. Have an awesome performance. Can't wait to see you today.
Thank you so much. I'm excited for it. Woo!